Sure, here's a detailed 20-minute breakdown of Tiger King, which is the wildly popular Netflix documentary series that tells the story of Joe Exotic and the eccentric world of big cat ownership in America. I'll break it down into sections to ensure clarity and keep your audience engaged. 1. Introduction to Tiger King. 1 to 2 minutes. Tiger King, Murder, Mayhem, and Madness * is a documentary series released on Netflix in March 2020. It explores the world of private zoos and big cat owners, focusing primarily on the story of Joe Exotic, a flamboyant tiger breeder, and his bitter rivalry with animal rights activist Carole Baskin. The show gained massive popularity during the COVID-19 lockdown, attracting viewers due to its bizarre characters and unexpected twists. 2. Who is Joe Exotic? 3 to 4 minutes. Joe Exotic, born Joseph Allen Maldonado-Passage, is the main subject of the documentary. He is a self-proclaimed Tiger King and owner of the greater Wynnewood Exotic Animal Park in Oklahoma, where he kept hundreds of big cats, including tigers, lions, and leopards. Joe's personality is larger than life, flamboyant, brash, and often outrageous. He became known for his mullet, cowboy hats, and country music videos, in which he sang about his love for big cats. At his zoo, Joe bred tigers, sold cubs, and even gave tiger rides to the public, generating both fascination and criticism for his handling of the animals. His approach to animal care was highly controversial, drawing the attention of animal rights activists, including Carole Baskin. 3. Carole Baskin and the conflict with Joe Exotic. 4 to 5 minutes. Carole Baskin is an animal rights activist who runs Big Cat Rescue in Florida, a sanctuary dedicated to rescuing and rehabilitating big cats. She is a central figure in the documentary and an outspoken critic of private zoos and tiger breeding, which she argues exploits the animals for profit. The rivalry between Carole and Joe escalates over time. Carole campaigned to shut down Joe's zoo, accusing him of animal cruelty, while Joe accused her of doing the same thing, profiting off of big cats in a different way. One of the central mysteries of the story involves the suspicious disappearance of Carole's second husband, Don Lewis, who vanished in 1997 under mysterious circumstances. Joe Exotic and others insinuate that Carole may have been involved in his disappearance, fueling their bitter feud. 4. The dark side of Joe Exotic Zoo. 4 to 5 minutes. Joe Exotic Zoo was infamous for its poor conditions. Former employees and volunteers describe unsafe environments, inadequate care for the animals, and questionable breeding practices. The documentary showcases the darker side of the exotic animal trade, including the commodification of tigers for cub petting, breeding programs, and the selling of big cats for profit. Joe's staff were often underpaid and exploited, with some workers speaking out about their mistreatment. One of the most prominent figures in Joe's inner circle was his business partner, Jeff Lowe, a shady character who would play a major role in Joe's downfall. The documentary dives into the complex relationships among Joe, his employees, and the people who supported his zoo. At the heart of the story, there's a twisted web of manipulation, broken promises, and eventual betrayals. 5. The lawsuit and legal troubles. 3 to 4 minutes. Carole Baskin eventually filed a lawsuit against Joe Exotic, leading to a major legal battle. The lawsuit centered on Joe's use of copyrighted materials such as Carole's name and likeness in his campaign against her. At this point, things started to spiral for Joe. Joe retaliated with increasingly desperate actions, including hiring a hitman to murder Carole, though the plot was ultimately foiled. This act would become one of the central focuses of the investigation into Joe's life. Joe Exotic was arrested in 2018 and later sentenced to 22 years in prison for his involvement in the murder-for-hire plot against Carole, as well as for multiple wildlife-related offenses, including the killing of several tigers. 6. The unlikely cast of characters. 2 to 3 minutes. Aside from Joe and Carole, Tiger King introduces a bizarre cast of supporting characters, each with their own colorful backstory. Some notable figures include Doc Antle, a charismatic but controversial animal trainer who runs the Myrtle Beach Safari. He is known for his slick persona and polygamous lifestyle. Jeff Lowe, a businessman who initially partners with Joe, later betrays him and attempts to take over Joe's zoo. Jeff becomes a pivotal character in Joe's downfall. John Finley, Joe's ex-husband, who appears in the documentary and shares insights into their relationship. His story reveals more about Joe's personal life and the toxic dynamics that surrounded him. 7. The hitman plot and downfall. 3 to 4 minutes. Joe Exotic's downfall begins when he is accused of attempting to hire a hitman to murder Carole Baskin. The plot is an intricate part of the documentary, showing Joe's increasingly erratic behavior and his desperation to eliminate his rival. The FBI gets involved, and Joe is arrested, ultimately being convicted on charges related to the murder for hire scheme and other illegal activities tied to his big cat breeding operation. The documentary reveals how Joe's downfall is closely tied to his own actions, including his anger, paranoia, and erratic decisions, especially after losing control of his zoo and personal life. 8. Carole Baskin's role in public image. 2 to 3 minutes. Carole Baskin became a target of online hate and conspiracy theories, particularly after the release of Tiger King. Some viewers believed she was involved in her husband's disappearance and accused her of hypocrisy, as her sanctuary still allowed people to interact with big cats, albeit under different conditions than Joe. Despite the backlash, Carole has maintained that she is an advocate for ethical animal care, and she has used the publicity from Tiger King to promote her mission to end the exotic animal trade. 9. Joe Exotic's legacy and the aftermath. 3 to 4 minutes. Joe Exotic's story doesn't end with his arrest. The documentary ends with Joe's life in prison, but his story has continued to captivate the public. Many saw his arrest as a comeuppance for his treatment of animals, but others argue that his story highlights the systemic issues within the exotic animal trade. The final episodes of Tiger King leave viewers with questions about justice, animal rights, and the complex personalities involved in this bizarre world. Joe's supporters have continued to advocate for his release, claiming he was wrongfully convicted and arguing that his sentence is too harsh. 10. The broader impact of Tiger King 1 to 2 minutes. Tiger King sparked a national conversation about the private ownership of exotic animals and the ethical issues surrounding it. It led to discussions on animal welfare, wildlife conservation, and the laws regulating private zoos in the U.S. In the wake of the documentary's success, there have been efforts to pass new legislation aimed at curbing the private ownership of big cats. The Big Cat Public Safety Act was introduced in Congress, which seeks to ban the private ownership of tigers and other big cats and to prohibit public encounters with these animals. Conclusion. 1 minute. In conclusion, Tiger King is a complex and often disturbing exploration of the world of private, exotic animal zoos, personal rivalries, and the dark underbelly of a business that profits from exploiting animals. The series captivated audiences, not just for its absurdity but also for its broader social and ethical implications. Joe Exotic, Carole Baskin, and the other colorful figures of this story will likely remain part of pop culture for years to come, sparking debate on the treatment of animals and the people who profit from them. This outline gives you a comprehensive look at Tiger King, from the main characters to the impact of the show, and should help you explain the story in an engaging way over 20 minutes. Thank you for watching my video. If you like this video, please help subscribe to my channel. Thank you. How a good luck.